Phil Wilson, Dan Williamson, the mighty men's pair. Wilson-Williamson runs off the tongue pretty well. How's it actually going in the boat?
It runs pretty well in the boat as well. We've had a good 6 weeks since being selected. Really getting forward, going to Lucerne, looking forward to getting overseas and being able to test out the pair and racing. We raced it last year at Lucerne. Wasn't quite the result that we wanted to get, so definitely looking to improve, push on into that A final and give ourselves a chance at those medals.
There were a lot of variables last year when we competed in Lucerne. I was coming back from injury, I was coming back from a different program. Phil had been back here in New Zealand on the other side of the world to me, so it was a bit of a throw together. And like Phil said, not the result we knew we were capable of.
Casting your minds back to Tokyo in 2021 in the men's 8, I mean, you were in 6 seat, Phil, and you were in 5 seat, Dan. I suppose you put a bit of time rowing in the pair together in the 8. Has that been a sort of a factor in you two working together?
I'd say yes. I mean, he got to know the look of my back. I'm starting to get to know the look of his back. So still learning a little bit about each other, but we definitely created a good, solid foundation in that 8. So it was kind of like we were the ones that were trying to sink the stern to the bow, and now we're just trying to set it ourselves, basically.
Well, you guys were the powerhouse as well, let's be honest.
Yeah, some could argue, yeah. We'll claim it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not at my size. Dan's size, yeah.
Interestingly, we never actually rowed a pair together that whole campaign. We moved around in pairs a lot in training, just trying to blend different techniques and, smooth out discrepancies, but we never actually rowed together once that whole campaign. But we obviously synced up enough in the 8 that it feels pretty comfortable this year.
Phil, what does this guy bring to the boat? What are his strengths?
Dan's got a crazy good work ethic. He's just, every single stroke is 100%, probably 110 even. It's definitely something that he brings every day and allows me, even though I'm the older one in the crew, it's something that I still look up to him for and get in behind him and be able to really push on each session. And he's just relentless.
Dan, what does this guy bring to the boat?
Phil is Mr. Consistency, shows up day in, day out. Phil can slot in anywhere in any boat. We found that out in the 8. Phil was probably the guy that could have sat in any seat. And he just complements what I do so well. He makes me feel as if I can just do whatever I want to do up there in that stroke seat at the moment, and he'll find it and run with it and amplify it, make it go even faster.
Now I hear you two flat together as well. What's the situation there? You're basically 24/7, aren't you? Together.
Yeah. Dan's a pretty good cook.
Do some good nachos.
Yeah.
Yeah, made some venison burgers the other night. They're pretty good.
Dan came back at the right time last year to slot into the flat, and it hasn't really affected the way that our crew combination goes. Both of us are really capable of switching off once we leave the building. It's kind of like they're able to leave rowing at rowing and can just be ourselves when we're at home, which is probably most important, to be able to switch off.
Yeah. Have you got interests outside of rowing, if there's any other time to do anything else?
I love sport, any sport. I'll be watching it no matter what, and enjoy a round of golf every now and then, so that's definitely something that I get into.
We saw all those divots at the Cambridge Golf Club.
You mean pitch marks on the green? Yeah, all the good shots, yeah.
I've come back from university, so just, taking a few months to let my mind calm down, but, trying to keep it invigorated, so I just find myself reading a fair bit at the moment. But to be honest, pretty exhausted from the training generally, so also just a lot of napping at home.
Hey, I believe you've got quite an intense degree. Tell us about it.
I came away from Yale with a Bachelor of Arts in Astronomy. Not to be confused with astrology. I couldn't tell you what your star sign is or how you're going to be feeling on any given day. But I was looking at the physics of the universe, I guess.
What's your favourite movie?
Obviously Interstellar.
Probably Shawshank Redemption.
The two mates get out together, basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go, you two.
Working well as a pair.
Yeah.
Can we do it in Paris?
On an awesome trajectory, super happy with what we're doing and where we're going. So yeah, Paris is going to be great.